In the previous video, we have seen how to detect if the process is attached to debugger or not. In this video, we will be seeing if the debugger is present, we will be detaching the debugger from the process. We can use the function called NT-remove process debug, and it is in the NTDLL. And the first parameter is the process handle, and second parameter is debug object handle. So we will be already getting the process handle. So we need to get this debug object handle. So how you gonna get is by passing the process debug object handle to the process NT query information process. So in the previous video we have passed this process basic information, and instead of that we will be passing this 0x1e, that is the debug object handle. And there is some slight difference in the signature of the function. You need to pass by the reference. So you need to copy this and paste this and change this one to reference. So this is like function overloading, same function name, different parameters. So up to now it is a normal previous program. Let's go and run this one, and we can see the debugger is present. Now we are going to get the debug object handle. So this will be stored in, say, debug handle is equals to ptr.0. Now we need to get the object handle using the NT query information process. So the first one is the proc handle. We will be passing the current process handle. You can also open the handle for the remote process using the PID. You can pass that as well. And second parameter is the 0x1e, that is the representation of that enum process debug object handle constant. And the third parameter is debug handle reference debug handle, and the fourth parameter is the length. So that will be 8 depending upon the architecture of our type of the process. I am comparing this for 64 bits, so the address size will be 8. And the last one is the let's say out length is equals to 0, and we will be passing reference out length. And we are going to print this debug handle. And we can see we got the debug handle, and now we will be calling this function NT-remove process debug. I have already written the signature. It's just simple to handles. Now pass this process handle, and second one is debug handle, and let's say int result. So this will return the 0 if the success. So let's say result is equals to 0. That means successfully detached debugger. And now we can query this, is debugger present. So let's go and run this one, and here we can see we get the false. At first we got the debugger is present because we are running in the Visual Studio debugger, and that debugger is running this process. And after getting the handle, we called this NT-remove process debug, and after the function has executed, the process became independent, and we can see the false value, is debugger present, false. Now we can also say we can print some lines. Testing 1, and print another lines testing 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sample 1. I'm going to put the breakpoint at this one. So I'm putting the breakpoint at this one. So let's go and debug this one, and here we can see we did not print this debug handle. So let's go and step into this, and we can see the debug handle. Now we are going to remove this, detach this debugger from this process. That means whenever this function was executed, the process continues execution because it became independent of this debugger. Now if I go and step into, now I can see the print statements, sample 1 and success and remaining print statements. So let's go and step into, and now we can see all of the print statements have been executed even though we have stepped only once, because the process became independent of this debugger. So we successfully detached the debugger from the process. Also, whenever you go and click on stop, this will go in infinite loading. So you need to close this process, so the exit code will be 0, and then our Visual Studio becomes normal. So this is how you detach the debugger from the process using the into remove process debug function.